Welcome to my dressing room here on Broadway.
Maybe, you know what? Actually, as a child, I was probably really enthusiastic. I probably did say, I'm going to be a musical theatre star. Then reality hits in. No, my family were always really supportive, which I think, in reflection, was probably like a hard thing for them to do because they never hesitated to be supportive, but it's such a difficult career. There's so many unknowns. Even as a 36-year-old woman, it's so unstable. You start at ground zero every single time, and there is no consistency in knowing what's coming. My dear friend Carly Donato was the dance captain on Moulin Rouge Broadway here at the time, and she and I went to the same performing arts school, Patrick School of the Arts, and she heard I wasn't coming to the audition. She called me up and said, "Why aren't you coming?" And I was like, "Well, Carly, I don't think I'm right." And she was like, "Nonsense. I think you should come." So I went and I fell in love with the show instantly. I didn't originally audition for the role of Nini. I auditioned for anything really that they would take me for. I just went to the audition. And it had been a while since I'd auditioned because we'd just come out of COVID. Um, and I think all the way up until my very last audition, I didn't think I was auditioning for Nini. I thought that there was potentially an opportunity to understudy in there, and I didn't really have expectations on getting the job or not. I had such a good time, and I felt like I learned a lot out of the audition. That's what I felt like the gift was for me. Yeah. I remember when I was offered the role of Nini, I was like, "I'm so sorry, what? The role?" Um, and yeah, and now I'm in my fourth year of playing the role, and now on Broadway. I didn't ever really think Broadway was a possibility, to be completely honest. It's a dream, sure, but there are so many talented people, not just in New York City, but in the world. And I think as I got older, I think when I was probably younger, and lots of people reminded me of this when I got this job. They're like, "You used to say you would be on Broadway," but then I think reality hits in, bills come, just adulthood happens, and I think your dreams become like a little bit squished as reality takes over. I remember when I got the phone call, like I burst into tears, but the best part of it was getting to share that with the people in my life who had supported me for so long. And I can still really vividly remember telling each person, my parents, my grandparents, and my dear best friends back at home, and my coaches, and it was interesting because it didn't feel like it was telling them my news. It was like I was sharing our news because they had been so supportive throughout my whole career that each time I got to tell that special person in my life, it was like, we did this because I didn't get here by myself, that's for sure. Stepping back into the role, I love playing Nini so much, and I love being a part of Moulin Rouge the Musical. I'm gonna find it really hard to finally step away when I do because I just have so much fun on stage, and I love this show so much.